and she want to sit right in front of me. She need to move.
Wow.
It's because I can stretch my legs.
So you guys, I want to bring out this video on Anthony Edwards and his girlfriend just because we definitely got some things we got to talk about. So just recently, a few of my subscribers has been requested for me to make this video after Shannon decides to throw some shots at Anthony Edwards on Twitter multiple times. So you already know we're going to go over this, and let's just talk about what's going on behind the scenes between these two. So we all know Ant is currently 20 years old. He just finished off his second season in the NBA playing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Throughout 72 games, they averaging 34 minutes. Anthony Edwards was putting up 21 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting 44 field goal percentage and shooting 35% from the three-point line. He also led his team to the 7th seed in the Western Conference, holding a 46-36 record. Even though they lost in the first round in the playoffs against the Memphis Grizzlies, Anthony Edwards was still doing his thing. He was averaging 25 points, and he also helped them win 2 games in the first round. But here's the thing, for his second season in the NBA actually has been really challenging for him because if you guys do not know, this year was the first year he ever dealt with injuries throughout his career. Now, back on February the 15th, Anthony Edwards suffered a right ankle sprain, which led him to sit out for a few games. Then when you fast forward on March the 1st, he had to sit out for 4 games due to a left knee injury. And to remind you guys, when he was being asked about his knee injury, he explained the feeling as a big knot just hurting. It's just something that you can play through. So as you can see, he has been hurting throughout the regular season, including the playoffs. There's a reason why when he check into the game, you'll see like a knee brace on his knee, because, you know, he just got to make sure that he's going to be okay, knowing that there's a possibility that he get injured while he's on the court. And that's why I really do respect Anthony Edwards, because he know that the team needs him. Even the Minnesota Timberwolves, they know that he has been dealing with this injury, but he told them that he can play through it. So that just shows y'all what type of player he is. And that's how he managed to lead his team to the playoffs for his second year. Now let's talk about what's going on behind the scenes between Anthony Edwards and his girlfriend named Shannon. So you guys, we got some things we got to talk about, because a lot of people want me to make this video. It seemed like Shannon decided to go off on Twitter again talking about Anthony Edwards, and it's not looking too good this time, because it seems like things are getting worse. Like I said in my previous video I made about them back in November. So when you rewind back to February the 19th on All-Star Weekend, Shannon was with Anthony Edwards. They both pulled up to Cleveland. And the reason for them being there because Anthony Edwards was competing in the Rising Stars game on that Friday, which was on February the 18th. He finished off that game with 4 points playing with Team Isaiah. But here's the thing. Anthony Edwards decides to sit out for the final game because he just felt like sitting out. And right after the game, he decides to bring his crew and just leave the entire All-Star Weekend. So they decide to all go back to Minnesota. And that's why during the beginning of the video, you'll see Anthony Edwards on a private jet. Culture was with him, and you know, they were just sitting on the plane, and he was just playing around with her, telling her to move on a private jet just because she was so close to him, knowing that he need leg room. We all know Anthony Edwards is really, really tall, but of course Shannon, she don't really care. She liked Anthony Edwards a lot, clearly, so she decides to just move closer to him and put her hand on his thigh. And of course Anthony was like, man, you just gotta back up. So here's where things starting to get really, really interesting. Now when you fast forward a couple weeks later to March the 7th, Culture decides to retweet a tweet saying men are trash. Then 2 days right after that, on March the 9th, she tweeted out, men be so insecure. Then the very next day, she just started to go off on Twitter talking about Anthony Edwards. Then on March the 12th, she tweeted out, I seen that money turn a N-word evil, no cap. Now, of course, when I read that tweet, I was just thinking of 2 people, Chief Keef or Anthony Edwards. Now, in my opinion, of course, she's talking about Anthony Edwards because she's with him right now. But if you guys do not know, she had a son with Chief Keef back in 2014. So, of course, she could be talking about him as well because she was with Chief Keef on the come up. So that's honestly one of the biggest red flags, in my opinion, with Anthony Edwards dealing with Culture, because she's just going to keep comparing him to Chief Keef, who is her baby daddy. Now, when you fast forward to May the 27th, Culture decided to tweet out some more things about Anthony Edwards. She made a tweet and said, cause I'm done with it, no more damages. Then right after that, she started to tweet out Little Baby lyrics from the song Frozen. And we all know Anthony Edwards is a big Little Baby fan. But here's the thing, when I read that tweet, it just like, man, Anthony Edwards, bro, this is too much baggage. And it honestly sucks for him because he's only 20 years old. Of course, she is tired of dealing with damages because she's been going through so much. She's about 32 or 33 years old. But for Anthony Edwards, he's not even 21 years old yet. He can't even buy liquor. So for her to be saying all this, hopefully it's not all about Anthony Edwards. But if it is about Anthony Edwards, it actually is kind of sad because the dude is so young. You know what I mean? He is so young. Even though he is an NBA player, he is still learning himself. Like I said, he can't even go into the clubs like that yet. You know, like Anthony Edwards is still developing himself as a man. So then when you fast forward to May the 29th, Culture decides to go out on a dinner date with one of her guy friends. So when you fast forward to the very next day on May the 30th, right after she went out on that dinner date with her guy friend, she decides to just, you know, tweet out some more things. I guess Shannon was in her feelings after getting drunk with her friend. This is beyond toxic, and I don't even like using that word. Then I kid you guys not, the very next day on May the 31st, she decides to tweet out again about Anthony Edwards. And she said, the only thing I hate about being single is sleeping alone and nobody to rub my feet on. Now, Anthony Edwards, bro, all you gotta do is just read this tweet and this is your answer right here. Your answer is right here in this tweet. And even one of her friends responded and said single with the thinking face emoji. So as you can see, man, there's some stuff definitely going on. And Anthony Edwards clearly know. It's not like he don't know at all, because when you look at his Instagram story, before they pulled up to the Netflix premiere of Hustle, you know, he was recording Culture while she was in the bathroom, and he put a title saying just a friendly reminder. Just know there's a reason for that, you guys. And on top of that, when you watch the end of the video, he was lifting up his eyes as in like, yo, this girl crazy. Like, you know, I really feel like Anthony Edwards slick wanted me to make this video. But then the very next day when they pulled up to the Netflix premiere of Hustle, right, Anthony Edwards decided to bring his friend with him, and when they was in the elevator, you could tell that him and Culture are not really messing with each other like that, because when he was recording, he was literally just recording his friend and was ignoring Culture, while Culture had her phone and her face basically just trying to make it seem like she ain't paying attention. But you could tell that Anthony Edwards is not playing with her, and they definitely got some stuff going on, you guys. Even though they all went to the Netflix premiere of Hustle together, here's the thing. When you watch the video that Undisputed recorded of Anthony Edwards when he was on the carpet with his friend, he had his arm around his friend and they were just getting lit. Culture was nowhere to be found, like literally, and she was there with them. So it's really interesting because you cannot find her at all, you guys. Leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this, and let me know if y'all think that they're going to last. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. Until again, we out.
I'm saying, yeah, a lot of that. Got my brother in the cut.
Hey, man. My brother the one, man. One be different.
That third.
The one.